Hi guys, it is the end of week 4 and this is an update for weeks 3 and 4. I had a video prepared for week 3 and I just never got around to posting it, which is really lame, but I didn't. I'm kind of glad I didn't though, because I was kind of melancholy in that video. I had gone to my other post-op appointment with my doctor and I hadn't lost anything at all since the Monday before, so I was still in 25 pounds. I had thought, according to my scale, that I had lost about another 5 pounds, but then on the day of, it looked like I was back down to about what they said, and I was indeed at what they said the first time. So that was really disheartening and discouraging, and my last video was kind of like, I don't understand, I'm hardly eating anything. I mean, I wasn't that, you know, I'm not really one of those people that gets all like that, but I was a little bit. And so I took my nutritionist's advice and I just kept going. I said, okay, forget it, I'm gonna get rid of the scale. So I had my husband hide the scale from me, which was pretty funny because a couple days later I convinced him to tell me where it was, which he didn't really tell me, but I still found it. And ended up weighing myself and was glad because I was down a couple of pounds. I was like, oh, thank God. Because I was at a standstill for 2 weeks, and that's tough when you just had the surgery and you're like, okay, this should be coming off a lot faster. I mean, I know, of course, I did lose 25 pounds in the first week, so most people are like, that's freaking good, but it's still scary when you lose 25 pounds the first week and then the next 2 weeks you don't move. So I'm accounting into my body probably being in shock and doing all the stuff that it's supposed to do with the glycogen and all that jazz, but we're doing better now, okay? It's end of week 4. I weighed myself this morning and I'm down another 14 pounds. So that's a total of 39 pounds in a month. So I am happy. I'm very happy with that. I'm starting to see it a little bit in the way things fit me and so forth. My stomach is definitely smaller. My boobs are definitely smaller. But I also stopped breastfeeding right when I had the surgery, so that also attributes to that. But I guess I'm still a little bit in that like fairy tale land where I keep expecting to look in the mirror and see a thin person, you know, like, oh, it's gonna happen overnight. I know it's not reasonable or feasible at all, but it's still, you know, a little game I play with myself. I go on obesityhelp.com. and I go on there and I'm like looking for before and after pictures and I'm like, oh, she kind of looks like me, I'm gonna pick her. And then I look at her after and I'm like, oh, see, and it just helps me, really encourages me to keep going. And the videos on here, I see people that are, you know, a couple months ahead of me in the process, or just a month ahead of me, or even just a week, some of them, and I'm like, see, it's working, it is working. You know, we may not see it every day because we would look at ourselves every day, but when I see, like I saw my father and he hadn't seen me since surgery and he was like, oh, I can totally see it in your face. I'm like, I don't see it a little tiny bit, but not today. Today I feel like I have a fat face, but you know how that is, women. We have our days where it's a fat day, or it's an okay day, or it's a go the hell away and leave me alone day, but it's not one of those days. Anyway, I am doing better with my food as far as like wanting it. I know before, I think I probably mentioned that I wanted to kill my husband when he ate a burrito in front of me, and that was during the first week when I was on liquids. But I'm not that bad anymore. He eats stuff and it just, whatever, don't bug me anymore. I even actually today went and got them ice cream because I knew they hadn't had ice cream, so I went to Rite Aid and got them some scoops of ice cream, and they were very happy about that. So, and it didn't even bother me. Like, I was looking at my chocolate malted crunch and I wasn't worried about it like I usually was. I was just like, well, can't do that anymore, no big deal. So that's nice. It's nice that it is getting easier. I knew that it would, so see, it's getting easier. What else? Oh, okay, so I started exercising like a regular thing. Before I was just kind of like randomly walking around the block or walking with my son to the mailbox, which is like way another side of the thing. I really wasn't exercising as much as I should have, but I started a new routine where I actually get up at 5 in the morning with my husband. I know it's early, it's before my kids even wake up, by making breakfast, and then I do a 30-minute walk what is it? You walk your way to weight loss or something like that. It's Leslie Sansone. Anyway, it's pretty much walking, but you know, incorporate a couple other steps. It's very low impact, so it's real easy for me to do. I am sweating by the end of it, and there is parts where I'm like, but I'm good to go. You know what I mean? It's not anything where I'm like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like, I've done workouts like that. I'm like, there's just no way. It's like if you do the whole thing, it ends up being a 3-mile walk. I've just been so far, just to get it started, been sticking to 30 minutes, which is about 2¼ miles. So I can almost do the whole thing. I probably could if I wanted to, but I'm kind of like, I only have to do half an hour. I'll build it up. I need to start make it a real routine and really get it solid for me to do that. And then anyway, so after my workout, then I take my vitamins and I do a protein shake, which I before wasn't going to do, but I did talk to my when I talked to my nurse practitioner, she was like, you know what, go ahead and do one. Because I'm like, how in the world, don't you get 50 grams of protein? How in the world are you going to get 50 grams of protein when you can eat like this much? It's just impossible. But so she okayed, like she said, go ahead and do one in the morning, but I wouldn't do too many. I don't know why. They say it's like a expensive way to slow your weight loss, but everybody else I know has done the protein shakes and they've done just fine. So I want to make sure I'm getting enough protein, so I started doing that. And I'd made the one that Massage Goddess talked about. It's the EAS vanilla whey protein from Walmart, and I put a little bit of the Taster's Choice hazelnut coffee stuff in it. It's pretty dang good, and I blend it up. I blend it up in the blender with ice, and you know, I mix it just with water because I'm afraid to do milk yet. But blend it up with ice, and it's really good. It's like a little, you know, frappuccino that you get at Starbucks. So it's pretty tasty. I like it. I got the chocolate brand, and I tried making like hot chocolate. I did that with a little bit of vanilla, and I think I put like a packet of Sweet and Low, which I don't even know if we're supposed to do that, but I did, and it didn't kill me. So. But yeah, if you know the answer to that, let me know. I don't know if Sweet and Low is okay or whatever, but and it was pretty good too. I mean, it wasn't fantastic. It didn't taste like, you know, real hot chocolate, but it wasn't terrible. And I think that having varieties on it is probably the best way to do it. And then this morning I made the cold one with the chocolate, and I like it better with the vanilla, but it wasn't terrible. so it's good. I've been, what else have I been eating? I do fine with chicken. I know a lot of people have trouble with chicken, but I do fine with it. Actually, one of my favorite things is to get a little bit of like refried beans, just like a little bit in the bottom of my little 1/3 cup thing that I use. Put a little bit of beans, and then I bought this bag of like, fajitas chicken that's already cooked, so you just heat it in the microwave. So I bought that, and then I take just a couple pieces of it, I heat it up, takes like 20 seconds, and then I kind of tear it apart and piece it and put it on top of the beans. I add a little bit of cheese and a little tiny bit of sour cream, and then I like hot sauce, so 2 packets of hot sauce from my Taco Bell, you know, I mix it all up, and it tastes like, it's just really good. It looks like vomit, but it tastes really good. So, let's see what else have I been eating. I don't know. I haven't really had any problems. The only thing that I actually like had a problem with, I think, was I made this chicken cordon bleu stuff that I think her name is Amber. I think. I'm so bad with remembering things, but whatever. She had a recipe. It tasted so good. I wanted to eat it, but for some reason, I don't know if it was the Swiss cheese or if it was the honey mustard, because I use honey mustard instead of spicy brown, and something didn't agree with me, and so I just stopped eating it, and I went and had my refried beans and chicken and cheese thing. So it was kind of unfortunate because I was like, oh, this is so good, and then my stomach started going, I was like, maybe not. Anyways, I'm talking a mile a minute. It is time that I go. I am doing well. Yeah, that's it. Okay, until next time. Bye.